Hi, it's Sui. I've been thinking a lot about how much I love playlists. So let's talk about playlists today. I know that this is a really nerdy topic. I love lists. I love making lists. I make lists for everything, and I feel like there's probably a lot of you out there who are the same way. I have a notebook here that is all list making. This was our favorites list for the videos I made the other day. There's a list I made for Cami to react to. There's a list of ideas to do for this thing. BTS songs that I was doing when I did all the BTS songs the other day for Generation Boy Group list. I got a list of boys in bathtubs, my top favorite BTS songs. Here's my list of debuting groups in 2022. They're not very pretty lists, are they? But look at this one. This was when I was trying to figure out our favorite songs of 2021. Anyway, this whole notebook is filled with lists, and I don't think I could handle doing a channel unless I had a notebook that I could just make lists with. When it comes to songs and playlists, that's like the best thing ever, right? And hopefully this won't seem like a commercial for Spotify or a commercial for me to get you to come look at my Spotify playlist. It more is, let's talk about how much fun making playlists is. See if we can share ideas for playlists or share playlists. Let me just say, first of all, I've been doing Spotify since about 2012, I think it is. Oh, it's about 2014, I guess, is when I started making my liked songs playlist. So, and I know all the other platforms that you have music can do the same thing. So this isn't all unique to Spotify, but this is just what I know how to do. As soon as I figured out you could actually do that on Spotify, I was making playlists right from the get-go, and I would make things like just a favorites list, and I would grab similar artists together and put them in a list. Right before K-pop happened, I was discovering epic music. I don't know what else to call that. I think that's a genre. I don't know. Gaming sort of genre, soundtrack kind of genre, but not soundtracks. Like there's soundtracks, and then there's epic songs, which are soundtrack sounding. Do you know what I'm talking about? Anyway, I loved those, and so I started making those playlists with that in it. And then Discover Weekly happened on Spotify, and I was finding all kinds of new things all the time. So then I was trying to figure out how to put them in different playlists to organize them and not to lose them. And because Discover Weekly changes all the time, so if you don't grab it and stick it somewhere, you're not gonna be able to save it. And then K-pop happened, and I said, okay, here's my K-pop playlist. Ha on that. Here's my K-pop playlist. No, what I did first of all was make a K-drama playlist, and then I made a Super Junior playlist, and then I made a K-pop playlist. So I had 3 playlists, and it stayed that way for quite a while, actually. Then I made a ballad playlist, I think, and separated the ballads out a little bit. I had this desire to make all kinds of other playlists, but I was feeling like it was getting out of control. Not that it's not out of control now, but it was making me a little bit crazy. And then one day I said, I really wish I could make folders in Spotify. And I think it was Tori who said, Mom, you can't. And I'm like, what? So I didn't know if I just never realized you could do that, or if it was sort of a newish thing that I didn't realize had happened. But that changed my playlist life, let me just say. So then I started creating folders and categorizing all my playlists into folders, and deciding that I could make all kinds of playlists and I didn't have to hold back anymore because I could organize them now, and I could keep track of them a little bit better. So I don't know if you guys are like this. This is extremely nerdy, right? This is my liked songs playlist right here. I throw just random things onto this, and so you can see kind of the stuff I liked in the beginning before K-pop. Then you can see probably when K-pop happened, January of 2016, some K-drama stuff happening. There's some BTS and SHINee, and Super Junior had their own playlist, so they're not on things. Of course, here's my new music. I have just a couple that I follow for new music. And then last year, I did a thing called Currently Listening, which became this huge playlist. And I would just throw things on here when I didn't know what else to do with them. And now it's out of control, and I need to go through it and figure out where all of these songs go. These are songs from last year. So last year I just kind of had this out of control one. This year I decided to do a month by month thing. So it's called K-pop by the month, and I have January, February, and on, and I throw everything on there that came out that I'm paying attention to. It's not everything, right? It's only the things that I'm really paying attention to. Then I make a list of just my favorites for that month. Then I have February, and then I have the favorites for February, and on, and that has worked really, really well for me. And even though it feels like there's all these gazillions of playlists, they're all underneath one folder. So it seems like it's not that out of control, right? And I know a lot of people do this. I've been putting all the title tracks that I'm paying attention to in one place. And then when I love B-sides, I'm putting all my B-sides that I'm loving in one place. And then everything that's my most favorite out of that, I'll put in this one. And so then I can keep track of my favorites here for of course, the year-end list making that we love to do, right? It's really fun. I do often make lists to go with some videos I make, like this one, 101 songs from boy groups you should know, and 101 more songs from boy groups you should know. And there is no duplicates of groups right here. That's just one song per group. Oh, actually that one is from the Kpop Konverters account. We have a lot of playlists over there that go with our videos. And I made one for the 4th generation boy groups when I did that video right here. 4th generation boy groups, yeah. So this one's a fun one to listen to too, because it's a lot of people's ideas of what is the best 4th generation boy group songs. If you guys have playlists, I do have a folder here called Friends Playlists. So when I find somebody's playlist that I love, then I follow it and I stick it in this folder so I can keep track. And so if you guys have some really cool playlists, then share with me, let me know, because I like to see what everybody else is sticking on their playlist and categories that they're making. One of my favorite group that I have is Moods. I started a brand new playlist called Bright Cute Concepts because a lot of people are always saying that there's not enough bright, cute boy group concepts, and I've made some videos of that, and so I'm going to stick all those songs in this playlist. And then the other day, after Trenzy did their Who werewolf thing, then I was like, we need a wolf and vampire playlist. And then this is when I just really got started. I need fighting songs. These ones, you know, where you can just take on the world. And I've just really gotten that one started. Time to sleep songs, time to love songs, time to cry, time to dance. The dance one I have all kinds of songs on, not just K-pop. And then I decided I needed a playlist of just happy birthday songs. I've only got that one started too. And I love my smooth groove song. This is it's kind of my R&B playlist, but it has a lot of other stuff on it too that's just kind of soft. But they don't really feel like ballads to me because I still have my ballad one. And then I love my Feel Good Beats one. That's the playlist where you can't help but dance or sing with it. Then I have all the K-pop playlists right here. So I have my Just Intros playlist, which I really love this one so much. The Trot, and I put English songs here. And these are my cream of the crop. So those are my most favorites of the favorites of the favorites. And instrumentals, and then this is my favorite K-pop one, which is the one I started way back at the beginning when I just had one playlist. And so I still try to stick stuff on this, even though I've categorized them all in all these other places. I still end up sticking stuff on here when I remember, so that everything goes on here. Eric Nam tops the list, 2016, April 7th, when I first started making this playlist. That's how many songs are on it, and 100 hours long of listening at this point, which it needs to be longer because I have not stuck anything on it for a while. See, I'm behind. I haven't stuck anything on there since March, so what the heck. I just wanted to gush about how much fun I have making playlists and find out who else is out there with me. And if you find it a blast to make playlists, or if you think it makes your head spin trying to keep track of all of that, or if it's better to keep track of everything by making playlists in your head. And if you have some favorite lists and categories, let me know, and go ahead and give me a link if you think you want to share. I always want to make playlists of songs with similar titles, and I'm not sure how to do that because that would really go out of control. But maybe I'll just say songs with similar titles and then put them all in one playlist, all grouped together. Would that be fun? That's one of them that I keep thinking about and I haven't quite done yet. That's what I want to talk about today. Hopefully you found that interesting. Let me know what your playlist policies are, what ideas you've had, and what kind of things you've come up with. Yeah, let's talk about playlists. Bye.